Hey Tech here. I just wanted to talk about is console dying. So let's start out with Xbox. Xbox has been around for a long time. And we can say this year about Xbox is a little bit different than other years. And the reason why is because Xbox is more into cloud gaming. And I recently bought an Xbox Series X um last month, and I said to myself, well, was this the right decision despite what I'm seeing Xbox is doing? So, guys, I've been an Xbox. I've been on Xbox. I've been on PlayStation. Those are my two main consoles. I've been on Nintendo, but I remember my first Xbox. It was Xbox 360. I had a blast with that console. I was playing all type of games. I was just enjoying myself and really getting involved in gaming at that time of my life. I thought it was pretty cool to see so many game selections, and I felt like Xbox was at its peak when it was at Xbox 360. And as we know, the red ring of death has been, was something big at the time, and it still didn't really affect them compared to PlayStation at the time. Because at that time, when Xbox 360 came out, PlayStation did come out with PS3, but it was like $600, and I'm like, who's gonna pay $600 for this console that I felt like at the time it wasn't it was too advanced for its time. At the time, I think PlayStation had the first Blu-ray player, and we realized that we also realized that people were not interested with, there wasn't a lot of Blu-ray content at the time when that came out. But as time went on, we could see that Sony did cash up, right? Did cash up with the PS3, because I eventually bought a PS3 years down the line. I still have my Xbox, but I did buy a PS3 down the line to play some games that I wanted that I couldn't play on Xbox. But at the time, I was playing all these type of games. I was enjoying myself for what the console was. And it was just a great experience, because at that time, PS3 didn't have the best online experience, right? Compared to Xbox, you can make a party chat, you can invite your friends to parties, you can talk to them in the game, outside the game. You guys could play different games and still talk to one another. And at the time, PlayStation didn't have that. At the time when you was on PlayStation, you only could talk to people that was playing that specific game you were playing. And I thought that was different. I think that's what made Xbox unique. And you had to pay for Xbox Live at the time, and PlayStation was free online, and it was pretty crazy at the time, but it was pretty cool. And now we see Xbox is really focused on cloud gaming. And we can see that most of the games that they have is on PC, which I have one. I have a PC and I have an Xbox. And like, I give you guys some examples, like Forza Motorsports, Forza Horizon 5. There's some other games that's on PC, Minecraft, all these other games that were Xbox exclusives that actually came over to PC. And I think that's a good direction. In one way, it's a good direction, and in one way, it's not, because of cloud gaming now. It makes you question about having an Xbox, and maybe this is just my opinion alone. I could be totally wrong, but when you could use a Fire Stick and play games through Game Pass, it's like, why do I need an Xbox? Of course, I'll be honest with you, the cloud gaming is not perfect. There's lagging issues. There's times I'm playing on the cloud servers, and I'm spiking, like I'm lagging from one direction to another. And I wouldn't recommend it for someone who's playing multiplayer games, because you will be frustrated if you're playing multiplayer games and you're spiking in and out and you don't know what's going on, especially if you're playing a fast-paced game like the game I play is NBA 2K, and it's constantly upbeat, up fast. Or if you're playing some high, fast-pacing game that require a lot of reaction time. So I just wanted to express that to you guys, that it's Xbox dying. And I don't really think so. I think there's a lot Xbox can still do. Um, and I think what they're doing is pretty smart, but we don't know. It's good in theory, but we don't really know the end results of what cloud gaming can become in the future. We're just in the beta phase, and that's all. That's all we at, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm testing it out myself to see how it is, this cloud gaming thing, and I think it's pretty cool that I can play on different devices around my house. Like, I can play on a PC. I also play on a projector, and I just use my Fire Stick and connect my Fire Stick to my projector, and I'm able to play games on that too. So without carrying my Xbox around, which is pretty cool. I can go to a friend's house, bring a Fire Stick, bring 2 controllers, and still play with my friends. It won't be perfect, guys, but it's something that has potential, and I hope you guys can see that where I'm coming from. But that's all I wanted to say about the Xbox at this moment. So we're gonna move on to the next. So let's talk about the PlayStation. So guys, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I do not own a PlayStation 5, but I've been hearing a lot about PlayStation. I have friends who own PlayStation, so I kind of know how the ecosystem works. I have gone to my friend's house; they all have PlayStation. I played on their console, so I have an idea about PlayStation. And as you can see right now, PlayStation actually doing the same thing as Xbox. They're bringing their games exclusive to PC. The only game that's not on PC right now is actually Gran Turismo 7, which once that's on PC, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy because all the Spider-Man games came on PC, all the other games came on PC, but once Gran Turismo 7 comes on PC, people's gonna go ballistics. And I don't know if that ever gonna happen, but if it does, I'm gonna be so happy because I can play it on my PC. It's crazy. But this is just me expressing my thoughts with you guys today. So let's talk about PlayStation. We all know PlayStation 3 was a disaster when it first launched. And the reason why, because it was the most expensive console at the time when it came out. The same thing, and as time went on, as we all knew that PlayStation actually sold better as times went on. And that makes a lot of sense because more people, I guess PlayStation was like, okay, we need to change some things up so people can buy a console so we can get our console out the door into people's homes. And it worked because at the time I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim. Then we go to PlayStation 4, guys. PlayStation 4 was awesome. At the time I had Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but I would play my PlayStation more than my Xbox because I had friends who were on PlayStation and I enjoyed the ecosystem better. And it just felt right. When you on a console and it feels right to you, you're gonna stay on that console. You're not gonna flip back and forth. Of course, if you have a specific game on a console you want to play on your Xbox and you can't play on PlayStation, you're gonna go on the Xbox. But when you have both and you realize that PlayStation is better, you're like, oh man, this is crazy. And this is when PlayStation 4 era, and they had some pretty cool games as well that people played. One of my favorite games from PlayStation was Gran Turismo. I'm not gonna lie, guys, not having a PlayStation 5 is not fun. And at this moment in my life, I'm not gonna buy one, but eventually I will. I don't know when. But I definitely want to play Gran Turismo 7, but I can't play it because they don't have it on PC. And I think once it comes on PC, it's going to be crazy. Like I said, it's going to be insane. So let's talk about where is PlayStation going. PlayStation recently came out with PS5 Pro, as we all know. And they actually have a PS5 Slim. They have the original PS5, And they have this thing called PlayStation Portal. And they just recently announced that they are going to work on cloud gaming themselves, which I think is pretty cool. That you don't need to own a PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation games. You could just buy PlayStation Portal, pay for the subscription, and you can play on it. I don't know how it works. I never was able to get my hands on it, but eventually I probably will. And I think it's like the easiest way to get into a PlayStation ecosystem is buying a PlayStation Portal. I would say buy it used if you're on a budget. I would say buy it used and just see if you like it. If you don't, you could just return it, get your money back, and not waste your money. The same thing if you buy it new, but that's just my opinion. I think sometimes you could buy things used and still have a good deal and still have a pretty decent product that you enjoy using. Because some of my stuff I buy used because I feel like is, it just depends on what it is, right? Not everything I buy used, but some things I do. But let's get back to the topic. Is that when we talk about PlayStation, we've seen that PlayStation has evolved into something special. And as we see that the years go by, we can see that Xbox is falling behind. And we say to ourselves, well, Xbox is the first person that came out with cloud gaming. Now PlayStation is doing the same thing. Oh, they're following Xbox. So it's kind of funny when you think about it. But right now, all the good games like Spider-Man it's coming out in January of next year, which is pretty cool. Like, if you don't own a PS5, you can actually still play the new Spider-Man, which I think is pretty cool. I think once Gran Turismo come over, I've been saying this like 3 times already, but once it come over, it's gonna be crazy. PlayStation is a great platform. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I think it's great. And the reason why I think it's great is because they know how to market their stuff. They know how to make you want their product, which is pretty tempting. Like, if you don't have a PlayStation right now, you go look at the ads and you go look at their marketing and you see what they're offering. You're like, man, this is really a good deal, because right now they're selling the PlayStation for $375, which is pretty cool. And I think that's an amazing offer at this moment if you're looking for a PlayStation. So it's PlayStation, it's console dying. As we can see, the Xbox and the PlayStation are consoles dying. I don't think consoles are going anywhere time soon. I think they're going to elevate as time go on, right? We're going to see new technology. We're going to see new things come out. And it's going to be pretty awesome. So guys, that's all I want to say today. Please like and subscribe. I'm close to 50 subscribers, so if you could like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon.